Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2026. Out of the traditional Rider-Waite deck, we have the King of Wands showing up. The word for the year for you, Leo, is philanthropy. So I do feel as though this is going to be a year where you're taking the lead. I think that there's going to be some sort of a dramatic turn of events. And I think there's a lot of finality with this. I just get the sense that you're feeling as though you're never again going to go back down that path, right? It's a path that's been riddled with adversity. There's been a lot of misfortunes. And I think at one point you may have even felt so low in spirit that you may have even questioned your will to carry on that path. And I think overall there could have been a period of time where you felt as though you were compromising yourself or your morals, but you did what you had to do, and be that for career or finance. I think ultimately this is now coming to an end. There's an end of a karmic cycle. It's a closing of a karmic cycle and an end of an era. And on the other side of this, there's going to be so much peace available for you. I just get like the Ace of Swords kind of feel in terms of a great depth and awareness and a strong will to forgive others, and then also to forgive yourself for working through all of this and how difficult that it was. I think ultimately this is you deciding no more struggle bus. And so I get this sense that you have triumphed over all of this with strength, as I'm being shown a number 8. So that's what the 8 in tarot is really just being very wise and prudent and overcoming things, having the strength to do so. And Leo, you have everything that you need to get through this. I do think you could have Libra in your chart, or you could be close to a Libra. So if you feel inclined to check out the Libra reading for 2026, there's going to be a lot of emotional intensity for you, similar to the Libra. But I feel as though you have been trudging through high waters, right? There's been a lot of emotional chaos, a lot of struggle. And I think that through all of that, you are very strong-willed and you've refused to give up, excuse me. And so I think that this depth of emotion, it kind of consumes you at times. And that's really what you're hoping for somebody to meet you at that same depth, right? To meet you where you are. And that's what you are moving forward looking for. You want to redefine the meaning behind what you're doing for yourself, right? No more compromising yourself. And so I do feel as though this is going to be a point in time this year where you will stand by your word from now on. And so perhaps you have come to a position in which you're first in command, maybe even at work. You are a supervisor, maybe you're in charge of hiring people, and you can choose to hire someone that is an ideal candidate based on merit and not necessarily on policy. Perhaps you kind of had your hand forced to include certain candidates and promote from within and things like that, stuff that you felt wasn't really all that necessary because you felt that there were other candidates that may be a better fit for that. But you again now are getting to kind of choose that. And so that is more realigning you with your path and you living in your authenticity as well. And I think that, again, you could be looking for that depth. You know, you're seeking that depth within life, within love, within work. And so finding that ideal candidate for a work role is really important to you. I think ultimately, whatever connections you're coming across this year could be that you initially have your guard up. I do feel as though you may decide that you don't want to divulge certain information. You don't want to let your guard down. But if you allow yourself to do so slowly, allow that guard to come down, you'll be communicating really well with others, and you're really going to find that depth that you're yearning for in those interactions. So I think you're likely to experience at the end of the year, if not the last half of the year, some financial overflow. And I think that this surplus of money is something that you're going to also be choosing wisely with. I think, it's something that you've worked hard for. And I think this is something that comes from the end of that karmic cycle. It opens up new energies. And I think you're feeling called maybe to tithe, but not necessarily in a traditional sense within a church, but you're going to seek causes possibly to support, ones that you are passionate about, something that means the most to you. And you'll find these causes to be very rewarding, and you'll feel more fulfilled in doing so, but then also in getting involved with these things. So whether you're attending events or fundraisers, you'll become more active in that. And that is also going to help you to lead into a more fulfilling and gain some depth in terms of interactions that you're having with others as well, because they're going to be just as passionate as you are about that. So beautiful read here for you, Leo, for 2026. I do so hope that it resonates for you. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.